So now phase. Okay, the phase is same as we have discussed, as you have if you have studied in thermodynamics, same manners you could think of phase. So phase is just a kind of material behavior, how they are changing their presence with temperature and pressure. Okay, so the phase, as we know that, I mean, there are the four kind of the phases in this world, but as far as our study point of is concerned, that we are, according to syllabus, we are having only three phases. First is solid, second is liquid, and third one is gases. Okay, there are also one another plasma that we are not concerned here, because that is going to be in the syllabus in a master's degree. I mean, this is a higher class of category that we are not concerned here right now. So you are basically aware about that there are the three kind of the phases exist in this world, which is known as solid, liquid, and gases. Okay, so phase is just simply the behavior or state of the material at a different temperature and pressure. Okay, so in material science, the thermodynamics, as the thermodynamics, I mean, you can think about if you have a studies the same in the same manner, you could have thinking about the phase refer to the region of the matter and its uniform and its composition, structure, and physical properties. Phases can exist in solid, liquid, and gaseous state and may coexist under the certain conditions. Okay, so what this line means? You could have the single phase. I mean, this is solid, either liquid or gases, but you could have also the another phase, which is a combination of these two, a combination of these all three, as we have discussed. Oh no, as you are aware, there's a triple point. So triple point means the point at which, I mean, the point means the state. State means the condition. Okay, so condition of the temperature and pressure at which the three phases exist together. Okay, so which is a very common example of the water. The water triple point means you are having the gases. I mean, solid means that ice, liquid means water, and gases steam. The, all three exist together at a critical point. I mean, which is a triple point of water. So if you will search out on the Google, then you would have the value of the pressure and temperature corresponding to the water, which is known as your triple point. Means the all the three phases will exist together in equilibrium. Okay, so how you can define a phase? So phase should have some certain criteria. What the kind of criteria? These are the criteria. First one is the homogeneity. Homogeneity means a phase has uniform physical and chemical properties throughout. So physical and chemical properties, if throughout the same, then you could say that it is a homogeneity. And if homogeneity is being satisfied, then you could have one criteria of being phase. What is the second? The distinct boundary. Obvious. I mean, if you are having a phase like the solid, then you could see at particular extent this material is extended like ice. You can see. I mean, this is a particular area at the edges of the ice. Okay, this is the volume particular, and you can have the boundary. Just, I mean, after that you have the air. Okay, so this is a distinct boundary. If we talk about, I mean, if the two phase system must exist, then you could also have the boundary that in this particular region you are basically having the both the phases solid and liquid together. Okay, so every phases have their own boundaries, so that you can define in this region you are having the different phases. Okay, so this criteria must be fulfilled as well. Okay, so now third one, which is independent properties. What is independent property means? If you have a solid, then solid must have their own properties, okay, which would be different from the other phases. If we talk about the liquid, or if we talk about the gases, then they both have a different properties. Okay, some properties should meet sometimes. Okay, that's not a concern, but overall the property should not be met to each other. Okay, if we talk about, suppose you have a solid in the form solid of water means ice. If you talk about the liquid form of H2, it means water. Okay, both have different properties at their own at the same temperature. If you talk about temperature and pressure, they both have the different kind of properties. As you know, the liquid has a different property, and solid has the ice has a different properties. Okay, ice has a different specific volume, liquid has a different specific volume. So I mean, if we talk about similar to this example, if we take another example, like we are having a solid, I mean, the ice and water together, they have the different properties. Okay, so this is the kind of the things that we have to think about. As you can see as example of density. Okay, as you know, density of solid, liquid, of and gaseous form of water all are different from each other. Okay, and you can think about what the kind of the phases would have the higher density of water H2O. Then obvious, you can think about, you might have been thinking like ice would have the highest density, but it defines at what temperature that you are asking, because the parameters are more important. So water has a highest density at 4 degrees C. Okay, these are the examples of your independent properties.